Clic, mao, ça tue, ça blesse, ça flingue. Aïe, 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 mao, gazo, clic.
Collective, thank you for joining me today in the ethers. We're going to jump right into this reading. If it resonates with you, take it for yourself, and if it doesn't, share it with someone else. All right, this is a 12 card spread. Okay, let's jump in. Let's see what these people are not telling you. All right, the person that's on your mind, collective, what is it that they are not telling you? All right, give me a clear message from my collective. Let's make this a 12 card spread. All right, first card out is the Tower. So somebody's going through some changes, a sudden change. Maybe it's you, collective. All right, that's definitely the Magician. Okay, so I'm getting that this Tower moment that you're having, or that maybe you're going through, or your person is going through, because this is probably what they're not telling you. All right, that they're going through a transformation. I feel I don't feel like this is a bad Tower moment. I feel like this is a Tower moment that had to happen. The Four of Pentacles is out here. Okay, the Four of Pentacles speak of possessiveness, right? It's boundaries, it's limits. So with the Magician out here, I'm feeling like someone changed. Someone set up some boundaries somewhere. We're going to jump into it. You have the Eight of Swords out here, feeling trapped, feeling restricted. You have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so that's new opportunities here. To me, I take the Ace of Pentacles is the earth, the universe, granting you a gift here. The King of Swords here, that's my protector. Okay, for some of you, this could be an older male in your life, maybe your father, an uncle, or maybe there's a younger, older dynamic here between you and a person. But the King of Swords is very logical, right? Very analytical, emotionally. They are emotionally detached, you know, because the King of Swords in the tarot deck is the divorced king. Okay, so very strict and serious. And want clarity and truth and peace. You have the Strength card out here. That's Leo energy. And then you have the Nine of Pentacles. So we're seeing what sort of upheaval is here in this love life thing that you got going on here. You have the Page of Swords. So you definitely have someone here watching you. For some of you, it could be a younger person. For others of you, I don't know, I get it, maybe it could be your children, but for others of you, I get that this is a chatty person who is possibly gossiping, but we're going to get into it. You have the Three of Wands, something, you know, you're looking ahead here. You have confidence and growth. The Star card is out here. We're going to get into this love reading. Then the Five of Pentacles, someone felt left out in the cold by you. You have the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Let's jump into this reading and see what this is about. All right, collective. So I feel like this is an emotional reading here. Definitely from your person. Okay. I feel like your person, with the Tower, the King of Swords, and the Eight of Swords, that they don't know how to say something to you. Okay? I feel like this person has been shook, right? Either something happened between y'all, a breakup, possibly a painful truth, a confrontation, or you triggered a deep-ass wound in them. Some form of abandonment, failure, or fear of being seen, right? I feel like the Tower, which is the first card out, the Tower says you crack through their emotional foundation, right? They might be calm on the outside, but the King of Swords, on the inside, they're spiraling, I feel. With the Eight of Swords, it shows they feel trapped by fear, by some form of guilt or shame, right? And they don't know how to process it. All right. The Magician card is out here with the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. And when you're reading tarot, you kind of have to, it's all different angles for you to pick up your message. So the angle that this has me on is the Magician, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords is what's standing out, right? So to me, I feel like the person, or possibly you collective, one of you want to fix this, or both of you want to fix it, or they want to fix it, right? Deep down, I feel they're trying to manifest a new beginning with you here, especially with the Ace of Pentacles. But they're starting with watching, right? They're building up this slow momentum. So they're starting by watching and waiting, with the Page of Swords being out here. They keep tabs on you for sure. I think you guys know that already, right? But they ain't ready to speak, okay? But they're thinking about how to control the narrative here. When they do come in, they definitely want to come in to control the outcome, so the outcome benefits them. Okay, they want to come in correct, but it's like they're still rehearsing what to say in their head, and they're never, I feel like they're never pressing, right? They're those people that sit there and play with their text, their phone, and text and then delete everything that they say, then text again, delete. So they have so much to say to you, but they're not pressing send, if that makes sense, right? What I feel like in this reading, what they're holding back emotionally, especially with the Four of Pentacles being out here and the Five of Pentacles, okay? This person got serious abandonment and trust issues, right? They hold on too tight to whatever feels safe, even if it's a toxic pattern, right? They fear kind of like rejection here before it even happens. And this person, 9 times out of 10, self-sabotages all the time, right? That, I feel like the Five of Pentacles says they feel emotionally left out in the cold, but don't know how to say, I miss you. I feel lost without you. So they just suffer in silence, and pretty much this person is capping because they act unbothered, when in reality the cards are showing something else. And actually, I feel like their state of mind around you shows something else. Just, the timidness, can't look you in your face, don't really know what to say, talking in circles. That speaks volumes. Where they're weak, but I feel like they're, yes, with the Strength card out here and the King of Swords, they're weak but pretending they're strong, if that makes sense to anybody, right? They're trying to logic their way through their emotions, right? They want to seem unshakable, but the cards, what Spirit is telling me, Spirit says this ain't strength, right? It's pride and it's ego, and it's hiding a wound of the heart, right? This person is wounded. What I feel like you had to, for some reason I'm hearing, give them the taste of their own medicine. You had to let somebody know pretty much who the hell you really are. Okay? I feel like the real strength would be vulnerability, right? But they ain't mastered that yet. This person can't even admit to themselves, where they're hurting at. They're not ready to even tell the truth to themselves about how they feel about you or the situation, right? I feel like what the connection, these are from the cards I'm getting, okay? What the connection means to them with the Star card out here and the Three of Wands, you are hope in their life, right? You represent the glass half full. You probably was a positive force in their life. You probably was there to rub their back. You was probably there to rub their head, or to give them that little kiss on the cheek, to let them know that everything is going to be okay. And what this is telling me is maybe they took this for granted, right? They thought that you would always be stuck in that nurturing, that loving, that giving mode, when no, like it doesn't work like that, right? You know, you wanted reciprocity here. I feel like you represent some form of healing for them, something pure and real that they didn't really expect, and they see a future with you, or they at least dream about a future with you, right? I feel that the Three of Wands says they look ahead and they imagine, you know, they're daydreaming. This person is a daydreamer. They're looking ahead, and they're imagining a world of you and them together, and what things would be like if it was different, right? But they don't want to build, they're not ready to build a bridge yet. They're not. So this person could be clearing, I feel, I do have to say this, I feel like maybe they have a past that they could be clearing up, right? Or there's some things that this person has to get in order first before they come to you. That's just my bottom line. That's just what I'm getting right here. I feel like for you, collective, because with the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like that's definitely your energy here, the Nine of Pentacles, and then you got the Four of Pentacles again. And I feel like you've been doing the work, right? You've been leveling up, you've been choosing peace, pouring into yourself. But don't lie, you still got a soft spot for this person, right? You want to stay solid, but part of you wonders, okay? What if I'm giving up too soon, right? These are the questions that you're asking yourself. But the Four of Pentacles repeated itself here in your reading means y'all both holding on to each other energetically. You guys are mirroring each other, even if no one is talking, okay? Even if the texts are not coming through, even if the phone calls are not there, even if you don't see them spying on your social media. But I feel like if you look hard enough, you would. But you guys are definitely mirroring each other because I feel like you like this person too, right? I feel like the real truth is this connection cracked both of y'all open, just period, right? But where you evolved, right? They got stuck. You evolved. So they feel everything, but they don't trust themselves, or they don't trust love. Your person, this is who you're dealing with, right? Right? They don't trust love, right? To hold them safely, and where they could be vulnerable, right? They want a new beginning with you, so they spy, they dream, but they do not what they do, because they're not doing nothing currently. They're just watching you. And they're not doing anything out of fear, out of ego. Okay, I feel like your silence, collective, if you guys are not in communication, your silence speaks loudly, so loudly that they can hear it, okay? I feel like what Spirit is saying to you is, with the Star card, that you are the star, right? You are the seed. You are not the storm. You can't keep dimming your shine, waiting for someone to grow into the partner you already are, right? Love is not a rehab center. Ooh, y'all can write that shit down. Love is not a rehab center. They got to want to heal and show up for real. They're scared to reach for you, all right? And I feel nothing but fear and anxiety in this reading. And it's not your energy, collective. It's your person's energy, that they want to reach for you. They want to tell you what's going on, but this person is scared, right? I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying, just don't forget that this person is fearful. I feel like the overall energy here is you're not going to be no one's secret. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like you're not going to be tiptoeing around until this person get the nerves up to do what they have to do. Okay? So you're not out here living in fantasy world, right? You're dealing with the real thing here, okay? I feel like you're standing your ground, and if you're letting this person know, if they come towards you, they're gonna have to come correct. That's just the bottom line, right? You won't shrink for silence any longer. Let's see what actions will they take towards you. Let's pull. Let's see. What is the actions that this person wants to take towards my collective? You have the Chariot is out here, so they're looking at success with you. Let's see what else you have here. They're looking at a form of victory here. There's the Seven of Wands and the High Priestess. Let's see. Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Wands. So the action they want to take towards you is the Chariot. Okay, they want movement, but towards what? This person wants to move forward. They're being pulled spiritually towards action, I feel, towards you, because the Chariot is definitely your spirit team stepping in. Okay, they definitely want to be in alignment with you, I hear. But the Chariot don't move without willpower, right? So I feel like this is a test of self-control and courage for them. Right now, they're trying to steer their emotions without crashing into them, if that makes sense, right? They want to come towards you, but it's on their terms, right? And Spirit is like, you sure you're ready for that ride? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like you guys are definitely standing your ground. Whatever it is that you guys are doing, you're forcing this person to grow up. That's all I'm hearing right now, right? And this is not a smooth glide. It's a bumpy ass road that requires focus, maturity, and direction, right? They all ain't the way, you know. I just feel like they all are not. They're not there yet. That's all I keep hearing is like, I just keep hearing, are we there yet? Are we there yet? I don't know why. The Seven of Wands here. So this is what they're coming to you with, right? Not just their fears and insecurity right now, but they're defensive, right? They're fearful. They have a fearful heart. So I feel like the Seven of Wands, the card screams, I love you, but I'm scared you'll see too much. So you need to ask yourself, or ask your person, what is it about them that they know? What is it that they know about themselves that they feel is going to push you away, right? I feel like there's a heavy level of guilt here or shame here. Maybe because of the way they treated you or the things that they said to you or didn't say, but I'm definitely picking up like a silence kind of guilty person here, right? I feel like this person definitely do love you, but they're scared you'll see too much, right? They're they're defensive as fuck right now, okay? So that's one. They're fighting off their own emotions. They're battling their own demons, maybe even trying to justify pushing you away, like it's for your good that they're pushing you away. You understand what I'm saying? That's the G. And the G means the game, right? I feel they feel the need to protect themselves with the Seven of Wands, but what they're really doing is sabotaging, okay? Self-sabotage. I told you this person, this is what they do, okay? They see you as a powerful, intuitive, and possibly intimidating because you're not easily fooled, right? They can't just say any old thing. They can't just do any old thing. They have to come correct. You're calling them to grow, and they're resisting it. That's basically what I'm getting here, right? But listen, defensiveness is a trauma response, right? So this person, your person collective, ain't healed enough to stop seeing love as a threat. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm not saying that the person didn't do some healing, because I am feeling like maybe you guys haven't been in a communication like that. So you might see a little bit of growth, but they haven't completely healed yet, where them loving you back, doesn't make them feel weak, right? It's not a threat when they tell you that they love you, or they're not thinking you're gonna just take their words and throw it in the garbage or whatever, right? So you have the High Priestess out here. So your intuition is already screaming the truth. So you know what's up with this person, collective. This right here, this is you. This is you, collective, okay? The High Priestess is the knowing without the proof, the silence that speaks louder than the words. You already know what time it is, and your silence right now is driving this person up the wall, okay? You know what time it is already, right? I feel like this card is confirmation to trust your gut, okay? If your spirit is feeling a little off, or is telling you, maybe not right now for this person, then I would suggest that you listen. If you feel their energy watching you from a distance but not stepping up, you're right. It's the truth, okay? They may not say it, but I feel like you feel it. You know, right? Don't let their silence make you question your inner voice, if that makes sense, right? Because they're going through something right now. You already see everything you need to, so you can stop waiting for them to say what you already felt in your bones that they feel. You don't have to wait. They'll say it when they're good and ready, okay? I feel like they want to come forward with the Chariot, right? But the ego and the fear got them in this box. And the Seven of Wands, they see your power, but they're scared to face it, if that makes sense, right? You've been too quiet about what you already know. It's time to act from knowing, not waiting. And that's the vibe I'm getting from the High Priestess. All right, so listen, this was your reading, and I hope it resonated with you, all of you actually. And I will see you guys in the comments. Ciao.